let's try and make marble paper. So let's start up by making what's called the size, and I'll get into why I'm making marble paper, but first the size is going to be 8 grams of carrageenan, lambda carrageenan, for every 1 liter of water, and we're going to count liter by weight, so 1 liter 1 kilogram basically, and we're just gonna add it up. I think we made 8 liters or so. I'm not quite sure how much we actually ended up making. We made a pretty good amount. I don't think, no, it wasn't 8 liters, like 3 liters or so. And then it's just mixing it up, like stir it around while we slowly add in the carrageenan, and then just dump it all in at the end because we got kind of impatient. You can see a little stock on it, but we're trying to get it off. And yeah, we'll put that in the fridge, and while we do that, we work on preparing the paper. And we do that by adding a little crust in the corner. You can't see it because we flip the paper around, and then on the back side, well, that was the crust, and then on the other side here we add a mixture of water and alum, and this will allow the paint to stick. And that's my coffee mug in the corner. This will allow paint to stick without ruining the paper. So yeah, we're just going to do that for every single paper, and we're not going to go through all the papers we did because we did quite a few. But while we go through this, let me talk. I wanted to do paper marbling because, well, try it, because it's very common in bookbinding to work with end papers. Well, you work with them, and often these end papers are marbled, and you can buy it, but I wanted to try and make it myself to see if it was fun. And yeah, I can tell you it is, and I made some beautiful results. We'll see in the end. So here my girlfriend and I are DIYing a tray that's large enough for the size we made, and we did that by buying a canvas big enough and then just taping it in to make it waterproof. And looking back, something we should have done, we just we used this trash bag on the floor here we cut open, and we should just have used them for the actual waterproofing instead of what we're doing here. But you know, hindsight is 2020, and we will get into why it didn't matter in the end, for me at least. But yeah, we ended up using so much tape, and I do believe it was a good idea we had going, but we should probably have used the plastic bags. But yeah, I'm not going to show all of them we did because we did quite a few and it'll take forever, but I will show you a select of my favorites at the end of this video. And of course, in our eager to try and make it waterproof, we added a lot of tape to the back side too. And I can tell you, we used almost 2 full 50-meter rolls of tape, and it is not worth it. I still have the canvas because we can save it from all of this, and then she can paint on it. And yeah, this is basically, the bar is because we didn't want to tape in the full thing, which we probably should have done instead, but we didn't want to because it would take so much time. Now, of course, I wanted to test if it was waterproof, and here I'm swirling it around and I'm like, oh, this is really good and all that, and it's not. It did not turn out to be waterproof at all. So even though I added, I think, about half a liter, 800 milliliters of water or something like that, it did not work out. So yeah, I think it's waterproof, but it's not. So thumbs down, not thumbs up. Alright, next part we're going to be doing is we're going to be preparing the different paints we're going to be using, and I'm just going to show with some of them because we did a lot of different paints. But basically we're taking a standard acrylic paint, completely ordinary acrylic paint, and yeah, we had some fun working together. Didn't need to, but it was fun. No, take standard acrylic paper, and then paint, and then you thin it out with water, and then you add oxcal, just some drops. And it's a bit of trial and error, but you only want drops of oxcal because oxcal is what's gonna make it go poof, spread. And you want to spread, but not too much. And yeah, so we do it drop by drop basically. I think we did 3 or 4 drops. And we found these little plastic shot cups, and we're like, these are perfect because they're dishwasher proof too. And here we go. Let's do some paper marbling. And I mean, as you can see, we ended up using a baking tray. Because we figured we did actually, for this time we didn't make enough of the size, so we couldn't do the A2 that I really wanted to do, but that's completely okay because I ended up doing it on my own with the with the homemade tray. But yeah, it did not work out. And here we can see we're trying to add in some details, some swirls, some gold, glittery gold. It didn't spread so much, so I'm kind of sad about that, but it looks so good. And now you add down the paper, you make sure it's pressed all the way down, and then you pull, and you're done. And that's gonna be it. And we're gonna see a couple of them because I like this person. There it is. Yes, camera work. Alright, so next one we're gonna do some purple and white stuff and white. And yeah, my girlfriend really went ham. I think she had a lot of fun with it. It was fun. It's so fun doing paper marbling. It's really difficult too, actually. Well, okay, it seems like it's difficult to master but easy to learn. So I guess low floor, high ceiling thing. As you can see, it's not completely covering out all the sides. You can kind of see some areas where it's still kind of see-through. That's okay, it'll still look amazing. And it is just about having a lot of fun, and that's what we did. We had lots of fun with this and just adding in, layering in a lot of colors. Just the more the better. And some more purple, of course, because can't have enough purple. I don't think we're gonna swirl this one. I think this one's gonna be what's called stone. I think it's called stone patterned, which is basically like this, but it might be swirled. We'll see. I don't remember right now as I'm recording this, so that's all. We did so much paint on this one. Holy crap, I forgot. And there it goes, the swirl games. But instead of swirling, it's more like doing lines. And I have a video in process where I'm going to be making some of this equipment, going through the cat design I'm going to be doing. Okay, we are swirling. I'm gonna go through some of the cat design, and I'm also gonna be going through like printing and assembly of the equipment. Oh, that looks so good though. And the A3 goes down, and make sure to press out all the air holes as much as possible. As you can see the little cross, but you can also see the A3 is not quite large enough to cover the entire tray. That's okay though. And here we are way further in the process, and we can see the size is getting very cloudy. And what you can do, of course, is pour out the size. But really all this color we see here is more or less like flown to the bottom. Like some of it is in the top, as you can see, but it'll be in the middle layer, like in between the pattern. And it kinda adds its own little charm, because now every piece is gonna have a little bit of the previous in the story going, and that's really interesting. And I kinda like that too. But I also get why if people really want it to be clean all the way through. It's a toss-off for me. Yes, swirling up. We love the swirling looks so good. Ooh, those, and then making a pattern just to ruin it a little, but it isn't. And then, ooh, that's interesting, diagonal stuff. Oh yeah, and my girlfriend told me, remember, to put it straight down or else the pattern won't be diagonal and there definitely won't be any space. So the first one I want to show of the ones we've done is this one. It's so beautiful. I love the vibrant colors in it. I think it turned out so well, and you can see the tray wasn't large enough. This one I think turned out okay in the colors. I love the color, but you can definitely see a hesitation with the lines. And I did this little like winter inspired one, and I think it turned out beautiful in the colors. And then I love this one because of the pastel-esque coloring it got going. And then I think the brown in the bottom turned out well. This one is so chaotic and it's so beautiful. I love the patterning in it. And then final, this one, and it's gonna be for a spring inspired sketchbook we'll be making later on. And look at those colors, so beautiful. And yeah, that's my paper marbling. If you liked it, leave a like, comment and subscribe.